the campus of UCLA, Pac-12 women's volleyball presented by Tashi Kara. We are inside the John Wooden Center in Collins Court, where the 12th-ranked UCLA Bruins welcome the Colorado Buffaloes in this Pac-12 matchup. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson alongside three-time Olympian Holly McPeak. Holly, second meeting between these two teams this year. First time Colorado took down the Bruins.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a surprise. UCLA had a nice, strong preseason, but Colorado in Boulder is tough to beat, and they got UCLA in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, and it was a surprise at that point. Since then, we've learned Colorado is very strong, but UCLA has a terrific libero in Taylor Formico.
Taylor Formico, senior libero for UCLA. She does it all in the back row. She is their floor captain, tough serving. She digs some big balls and really allows them to run their offense in transition. She does the small things, hand set in transition when the setters dig the balls. That's what keeps UCLA on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, Colorado defensively, Sierra Simpson holds it down.
Sierra Simpson, again, another senior libero, lots of experience, really captains the floor for Colorado. Great volleyball sense, knows where to be, and contacts that first ball. It's so key when you want to run that fast offense. And Sierra Simpson can set the ball as well if the setter is digging.
Colorado hoping to make magic twice. Can they take down 12th-ranked UCLA? The Bruins have won 4 in a row. We're going to take it through the lineups right after the break.
Introducing the new 5W Prime from...
This Pac-12 women's volleyball game is presented by Tashi Kara. We've got the ball, you bring the game. And brought to you by State Farm, here to help life go right. Beautiful night in Los Angeles. We are inside the Wooden Center on Collins Court. Pac-12 volleyball. Let's take a look at our lineups by Tashi Kara. Colorado, Gabi Simpson will playing opposite and setter. Colorado has been running a 6-2. Who's critical for them?
Alexa Smith is critical, sophomore outside hitter for Colorado, and Gabi Simpson as well on the right side. She will set and attack a lot of balls from the right.
Jesse Mahoney having a lot of success with the Buffs in his first season. Meanwhile, for the Bruins, Michael Seeley putting a lineup on the floor that he's liked for his last couple of matches.
He certainly has. His right-siders play a big role. Tori Van Winden, just a freshman, earning Pac-12 honors the last 2 weeks, and Zana Muno making the small play. She's undersized, but what a great volleyball player for UCLA.
We mentioned it in the Open the last time these two teams met. Colorado took down the Bruins, and as you said, Holly, it was a little bit of a surprise then. Now everybody knows how dangerous they are. Shadley puts the ball in play. Back. And Van Winden tips. Double contact called on the set.
Colorado got what they wanted defensively, just unable to transition it for a point with the double contact.
Defense a critical role as always, but the Bruins' reputation, Holly, they pop up ball after ball.
UCLA never lets their opponents rest. They are just formidable in terms of a defensive opponent. They don't beat themselves. They keep the ball alive, and that keeps them in a lot of matches.
We've talked before with opposing coaches about this, that the ball that you have killed your entire life, that has always hit the floor, does not hit the floor against the Bruins, and it becomes a mental game.
It certainly does. You give them your best shot, and it keeps coming back. So you have to be ready to work for every single point.
Muno makes the most of the treble ball. Gabi Simpson backs up to take a swing. Formico pulls out, beautiful pause, and Abu closes the door.
And that's one of the assets that Taylor Formico brings to the court. She's the libero, but if she's behind the 10-foot line, she's allowed to hand set, setting up Zana Muno for the tool off the big Colorado block.
Nageti Abu, the middle for Colorado, takes a swing here. She's going to have to be careful with her hands. Muno is crafty. From the backcourt. And crossing the 10-foot line or 3-meter line is Shadley.
Backcourt violation. UCLA keeping the ball alive again because of their defense.
And it becomes a little bit, to finish that point about UCLA's defense, it becomes a little bit of a how dare you dig my ball situation. People tend to want to hit hard and harder, and that doesn't work against the Bruins.
Well, you just have to go in with the mindset that it's going to take 3 or 4 swings to put the ball down against UCLA.
For Jordan Anderson, one will do it.
Jordan Anderson putting up big numbers on the left side. Couple matches ago, she didn't even start, but when she comes into the match, she finds her rhythm. Good heavy arm attacking between the 2 blockers.
Outside again. Solid swing, and that's Alexis Smith letting it go.
And that's something Colorado wants to do. Run the fastball out to the pin. They feel like the speed will really stress the UCLA block. UCLA has 2 tall middle blockers. Speed is not their strength, but they are big.
Gabi Simpson serve, ace off of Formico.
What a serve by Gabi Simpson, the 6'3" lefty. She does everything for Colorado. She sets when she's in the back row and then hits from the front. Great serve to the corner.
Fans new to Colorado, yes, Gabi Simpson's sister is the lady in white, Sierra Simpson, the libero for the Buffs. And a net violation for the Buffs and a Bruin point.
Colorado trying to slow down Jordan Anderson, a little too eager. Getting the block there. There you see Sierra Simpson, the senior from Colorado Springs. She is one of the best in the Pac-12.
Miller serving. Simpson delivers back. Trouble play. Tori Van Winden says, I'm here. Triple block. She goes high off the hands. Jordan Anderson puts the ball up. Free ball. Second ball put over by Gabi Simpson consecutively. Outside. Formico again to Anderson. And Jocelyn Hayes from the left side with the kill.
That time Colorado fought hard, 3 or 4 swings to finally get the ball to drop. And there were bodies crashing on the floor to keep it alive for UCLA. But Shadley finishing it off.
Smith, a transfer from Purdue, serving has been a big part of the success. Anderson on a roll.
UCLA's passing the ball well, and they can run that fastball out to Jordan Anderson. That's when she's the most dangerous. Fastball creating some space between the 2 blockers.
And we have learned that when Jordan Anderson starts off hot, she rarely cools off. She's in a rhythm early. Slows that one down. Great follow by Felix. Shadley uses the block.
Stephanie Shadley, number 2 in black, has come a long way for Colorado. She was kind of an off-the-bench player last year, but is really improved. Look at Claire Felix, 6'6", covering that ball for UCLA.
Sierra Simpson serves at the freshman. Van Winden, unflappable. The Anderson angle not available.
Well, the ball was passed perfectly. The set just kind of faded off the net, and it's a tough ball to hit that sharp angle. Just fading off.
Especially when you're a right-hander on the right side. Van Winden again on the money. Second chance for Anderson, and she got what she wanted.
Much better location by Kylie Miller, the freshman setter, number 6 in white, in Jordan Anderson. Said, and tells her setter that was perfect.
Formico, short serve, ace.
I love the jump, floats her right in the middle of the court. That's area 3. Just a little bit of chaos. Nobody gets there in time to pop it up, and Gabi Simpson can't get under that for Colorado.
Back, Simpson delivers to Hayes. Muno picks it up. Chaos. Miller to the middle.
It's all about first contact. If you can dig and pass and put the ball in your setter's hands, you can run that middle, run fastballs to the pin, and your offense will be successful. Right now, UCLA hitting 364.
Outside again, slowed by the block. Miller has her options. Stays on this side of the net. Felix just unwinds the long arm. Van Winnen off of the forehead of Pfefferly. Formico at work, and Bushler takes a good swing. Each team taking strong swings. Van Winnen tries to end the conversation.
Love the defense, both sides of the net, and then that last ball. Watch Taylor Formico dig this ball up from left back and allowing Riley Bushler to score the point for UCLA.
Well, I think we all need a breather after that one. UCLA 4-point lead in set number 1.
It's a new day, a fresh
in the same direction with whatever style that is, and then you've got a chance to be pretty good.
Pac-12 volleyball presented by Tashikara, set number 1. UCLA with a 4-point lead. How important is a win today for the Bruins? Well, take a look at the standings, and you will see Washington lost last night, leaving it open for UCLA to get into a tie for first place with a win.
Yeah, just huge log jam at the top. Those 6 teams really within one win of being in first place or a loss, dropping them down to 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, for Colorado, what an opportunity for them this weekend, and for Utah as well, really. 2 ranked opponents for Utah. 2 wins this weekend over ranked opponents would put them up in first as well. Formico, one-arm stab is good. Van Winnen ended before the break with a kill. Formico setting a ton of balls today, and well.
That means that the setters for UCLA are doing a good job right back digging the ball if Taylor Formico's setting, and then Tori Van Winnen, exclamation point on that one with her 2nd kill.
Long.
Serve and pass game with 2 strong defensive, offensive teams. So important. You want to put a lot of pressure on the other team with your serve. I know Colorado's really trying to get UCLA out of system.
Kara Mckibben coming in for Colorado. Again, we mentioned the 6'2". She's a transfer from San Francisco. Van Winnen getting plenty of action on the right.
You see the confidence of Tori Van Winnen, number 5 in white. She passed that ball deep, but she immediately called for it. Even the setters off the net, she's feeling so confident. Big block in front of her, doesn't stop her.
Van Winnen, 3 kills already. Anderson, 4 for UCLA. And that contributes to that .381 hitting percentage. Chandler making the right side work. Ball's in. Great placement by Shadley.
Well-placed ball by Stephanie Shadley, the right back defender for UCLA. Pretty deep trying to dig that line. She places it just short.
Shadley, a junior out of Louisville, Texas. And Muno, perfect pass. They feed the middle.
Jenny Frager, number 10 in white, so confident, especially just hitting that one quick one set right in front of the setter, can go either way.
Savvy Simo, talented freshman, been helping the Bruins defensively. Serves and looks at that ball as it goes wide.
Gabi Simpson trying to find the corner. It's open, but she didn't get on top of that enough for Colorado.
Simo serving again. Goes at Sierra Simpson, pulled off the net a little bit. Simo, epic dig. And a net violation, Bruin point.
Credit Savvy Simo, number 24 in white. Fantastic dig on this left side attack. right hand stab, pops it up, and Ryan Chandler, the setter, is able to get the ball to Riley Bushler.
Michael Seeley telling you and I, Holly, that Simo's the one who loses out the most in terms of the 6'2 offense because she's so talented. But now that they've been playing in this system, Simo has become invaluable defensively for this team.
She's just got great instincts, and they really need her in the back row passing, and the defense is fantastic. That's how you win games.
Frager finds open floor.
UCLA forcing the middle in transition. When you've got 6'5", 6'6" in the middle, you want to use them as much as possible. They're both hitting high 300s in terms of hitting percentage.
On the money, the middle slowed down. Pfefferly is by Frager. She's begging for it back. Bushler says, my turn.
Starting from the first contact, Rhonda Muno, number 7, slowed everything down, took care of the pass. Look at, she puts it right in the setter's hands and then fast to Riley Bushler, who hammers through the seam.
UCLA on a 5-0 run. This is just the beginning of great volleyball here on Pac-12 Network. Next week, you and I get on the road for a little bit. How about Wednesday? Tune in to Pac-12 Network for another exciting edition of Spike Night. The Trojans trek down to the desert to take on the Wildcats in a can't-miss women's volleyball matchup Wednesday at 7 on Pac-12 Network or watch on the Pac-12 Now app.
And that should be an interesting one because Arizona came into USC's gym and swept them. That was a shocker. USC hoping to get that revenge.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how USC has adjusted because, as you mentioned, it was a shocker. It was the first week that Arizona was healthy. They had Dalkey, they had Mao, they had everybody all back together.
And you see the set one stats right now. UCLA hitting a blistering 444, and they've held Colorado to .080. That's the defense. I mean, the defense has been fantastic. 19 digs for UCLA, Colorado 13.
Since the last time out, Colorado has scored just 2 points. UCLA 7. Holly, what do you think has been the biggest key to success in this last little bit for the Bruins?
I just feel like UCLA's digging the ball well, and they're able to turn digs into points. So transition setting has been great. Even if the setter's digging it, Taylor Formica steps in, and they're able to run their offense.
Frager up front, Savvy Simo serving. She has been at the service line for much of this run. Puts another great serve in. And a kill from the left-handed Gabi Simpson.
Gabi Simpson, number 13 in black, gets her first kill in this first set. And no blocks for either team so far, so it's all been about the defense behind the block.
Gabby Carter-Samuels serving. Sophomore from Saratoga, California. Chandler delivers the ball back. Bushler tipping.
Good decision by Riley Bushler. That ball set a little bit low. She contacts it and is able to sneak it over the block. Colorado can't keep it alive.
Too close together, did not slow down the Bruin block.
A little bit of a combination play for Colorado. Didn't move the block of UCLA enough. Jenny Frager is able to get there in the middle.
Well, and Holly, that's a great point. Didn't move them enough. For Muno, she took maybe a half a step inside as the adjust. Do they need to try something different in terms of their combination?
Yes, you need to spread things out more. That time, Gabi Simpson, heavy ball down the line for Colorado for her second kill.
Bruins hitting 464 in the first set. Formico passing perfectly, and that's why the Bruins are hitting so well.
Ryan Chandler and Jenny Frager, they've got great chemistry. They've grown up playing volleyball together, the same volleyball club, and you see the chemistry and the confidence. It's really important between a setter and a middle blocker. You need to trust each other.
Yeah, literally grown up together. As you said, they run 12 and under volleyball together. And so for you as an NCAA setter, you know how hard it can be to get into a rhythm, but once you've got it, you can build on it.
Absolutely.
Free ball to the Buffs. Can they find a rhythm? Abu gets it done.
Beautiful delivery by Gabi Simpson, getting Nagedi Abu, who's very physical, number 14 in black. She can get up and do some good things. She's young in the sport, but just making so much progress every year, especially in the blocking part of the game.
That was Abu's first kill of this set. She had 10 last time they played the Bruins.
Ball set a little bit low, but Claire Felix able to put the ball in a good spot. When your hitter can save you, you want to keep going to them because you know that they're going to put a good effort into putting that ball away for you.
Outside, one-on-one.
That's the isolation that Colorado's looking for. Fast out to the pins, and they got it there. Shadley with the kill with only one block in front of her.
In comes Caitlyn Cuff for Colorado. Just give a little more offense to the Buffaloes, most likely. Formico just on the money every time. One-on-one for Anderson. She rips it.
Bruins so confident in Jordan Anderson, but that particular rotation, they had Tori Van Winden on the left and Jordan Anderson on the right. That really stresses the block for Colorado.
To the deep corner and Jocelyn Hayes.
Good heads-up play to the corner, number 22 in black. Colorado fighting to get some momentum going at the end of this first set.
Pulled off a little bit, out to Bushler, and she sends it a little bit long.
No touch on that one. Riley Bushler swinging fast, trying to get a touch off the Colorado block.
Mckibben and Formico again delivers a perfect pass. What a dig by Smith. Shadley tries to sneak it by Van Winden's right hand. Middle, turned, no touch. Bruin point.
Claire Felix, number 8 in white, really putting pressure on the middle attack for Colorado, forcing the hitter there, Caitlyn Cuff, out of bounds. And that's one of the reasons she's in the game, to provide some offense in the middle for Colorado.
Yeah, Cuff started off in the starting lineup for the season, rolled her ankle early, Pfefferly kind of took that spot, and now Jessie Mahoney has 3 middles who are very capable. Shadley gets it done.
Stephanie Shadley doing a really good job. She's been practicing hard, pushing herself every day, and her all-around game has really improved.
12 kills last time against UCLA for Stephanie Shadley, and you and I remember her, Holly, as a serving sub and defensive specialist for the Buffaloes last year. When Jessie Mahoney took over this program, he saw that she had more to offer. Set point for UCLA off of Frager's 3rd kill.
It's always good when UCLA is getting their middles established.
Outside, down the line. Smith is crafty.
Alexa Smith sneaking it down. Ryan Chandler cheating up. She was right back defense. Cheating up, she saw something else. Bruins will have to side out for the victory.
So it'll remain set point as Gabby Carter-Samuels comes in for Colorado, and the set's still in progress, but as the Buffs look at set number 2, what do they need to do differently?
I feel like, one, they need to pass better, run their offense. When they ran it fast to the pins and established their middles, they had some success. And then they have to get UCLA in some uncomfortable passing situations. Taylor Formico just putting the ball right in her setter's hands.
Frager, rock solid. 5 kills on 5 swings. And perfect from the middle for Frager and Felix. UCLA's middles error-free in a set 1 win.
You're watching Pac-12 Los Angeles, home of the UCLA.
On select 2016 Jeep Cherokee models and dealer stock.
Welcome back to the John Wooden Center. Pac-12 volleyball presented by Tashi Kara. Set one in the books. And defense got it done for the Bruins.
And we talked about at the top of the show, Taylor Formico, a huge reason why UCLA is able to run their offense. Hit 472 in the first set. And everybody hitting high numbers as well.
And so let's take a look back at Formico's performance in set number one.
Wearing her pink for Dig Pink Night. Not letting any balls drop. Crushing into her teammates, keeping the ball alive. Throwing her body around. She had 9 digs in the first set. And look at this beautiful hand set assist to Tori Van Winden.
21 digs for the Bruins, just 1 block, no blocks for Colorado, something they prided themselves on. What's happening?
Yeah, I feel like both teams doing a good job avoiding the block, but that means the back row is picking it up. If you're Colorado, UCLA, 21 digs in just the first set.
And for UCLA, they had trouble from the middle last time they played Colorado. Today, they've set the middle 9 times in the first set and gotten 7 kills off of those.
Felix with 2 kills and Frager with 5, hitting a perfect 1,000.
Yeah, I mean, that really says a lot about the defense and passing of the Bruins today.
Absolutely. For Colorado, you need to get UCLA in some tougher passing situations. You have to serve the ball away from Taylor Formico. Serve into traffic, disrupt the UCLA offense.
And we've seen the opposite of that, noticing that UCLA has been serving into this corner, into traffic, into the front right corner, if you will. Jesse Mahoney trying to figure it out with his buffs, but there's a lot of traffic here, and certainly, again, UCLA serves right through that. Simpson, kill.
Taylor Simpson finding the corner. She likes to hit that corner if everything else is taken, because there's no defender in that cross-court deep corner.
Colorado running a 6-2, but they're running one with Simpson where she's hitting across the front, setting in the back. Is that challenging as a setter to have to switch your mentality to being an attacker in the front?
I don't know. I've never had to do that, but for Jesse Mahoney, he said, you know what? Gabi Simpson doesn't get enough reps at whatever she needs to because she's a part-time hitter, part-time setter. But he says she's more of a natural setter. So just getting those hitting reps in practice seems to be enough for her.
Michael Seeley knows an awful lot about setting. An NCAA championship setter he was when he played here for the Bruins. 7th season as the head coach of the Bruins, where he led them to an NCAA championship in 2011. Abu gets it going for the Buffs.
And Kiara Mckibben, the transfer from USF, sets up Nagedi Abu for the quick one in the middle.
So important for Colorado to get their middles offensive in set number 2. They were fairly quiet in set 1.
Super important, especially if you want to open up your pin hitters.
Bushler. There's a swing, block, slows it down. Sierra Simpson back to Alexis Smith. Touching in.
Alexis Smith again. She's going cross court to that corner too. Looks like Colorado's looking for the deep corners when they can.
Outside to Muno. And Smith, high hands, effective.
Well, fast ball in transition, flat out to Alexis Smith, and she's able to create an opportunity, really flat hit off the block.
She's had 10 double-doubles this year. Alexis Smith has had a lot of success against UCLA the first time they played each other. Formico with a feather.
Jenny Frager, she is long and just a good touch on the ball, even though it hit the tape, able to bounce in for UCLA.
Uh-oh, Frager taps it down.
There's the service pressure from UCLA, setting up their good defense, and Jenny Frager for the easy kill in the middle.
Alexis Smith changes the pace.
I love that changeup by Alexa Smith. Saw a big block hanging. Everybody dug in behind her. Just a little roll shot drops for Colorado.
Buffs 2-point lead in set number 2. What's changed for them in this set versus the first one?
I feel like their offense is working a lot better.
Anderson still unstoppable. 6th kill of the match.
Good pass, holds the middle blocker. Nagedi Abu, the middle blocker for Colorado, late getting there. Jordan Anderson is good with a big seam to attack.
And Colorado's offense, to your point, 5 kills on 5 swings. Another great pass. This time, Felix closes the door.
Claire Felix is 6'6". Number 8 in white right there. You need to make her take a step left, take a step right. If she doesn't have to move, look, she does not have to take a step left or right. You can't do that.
Shadley uses for the point.
There you see the fastball out to the pin, and Claire Felix didn't even take a step right. Spread her, put a lot of pressure on her as a blocker, make her work.
Simpson down the line at Muno. Anderson.
Jordan Anderson seems like she's in a much better rhythm offensively. I feel like they've sped up her set a little bit, and she was earlier in the season, she was just a little early, not getting on top of it. Now she looks like she's in a really nice offensive rhythm and speed.
She looks like she's chopping wood up there. The arm cocks back, and she unloads time after time.
And Stephanie Shadley just getting it done with the short tip over the block. It's her 3rd shot, just like that, dropping for Colorado.
Yeah, and her 7th kill, hitting over 400, is Stephanie Shadley. The outsides of Colorado have been very effective, both over 300. The tip falls.
Campfire defense, 3 or 4 players within reach of that ball. Nobody knew who was going to take it, and it drops for UCLA.
Anderson talking to her team as she comes off, and Formico serves. Mckibben back to Simpson. Off hands, Muno gets a part of it. A little messy. Messy, and so as the teams try to recover, Simpson back up to block. Everybody's back on their feet, back court. And the chase is on. Free ball. Van Linden again gets it down with her 5th kill.
And the ball went over the net, back and forth at least 3 or 4 times. Tori Van Winden has been just a consistent powerhouse for the Bruins all season long, ever since she got healthy.
Van Winden just been unstoppable tonight. 6 kills on 13 swings.
And Tori Van Winden, coming from a very athletic family. Her father played basketball at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Mother, a standout volleyball player there as well, and a professional on the beach. And Tori Van Winden, just great volleyball instincts too, just as a freshman playing at such a high level.
And on top of those instincts, making some really smart choices. Graduated high school early and spent the spring with the Bruins getting comfortable with the offense.
I feel like that was a really good move because she was able to step in and contribute right away as a freshman.
Back-to-back, as you mentioned earlier, Pac-12 weekly honors. It's up, it's good. And that's what we mean when we say the Bruins keep popping it up. Colorado fighting back. Simpson, great dig. Formico cleans the floor. Colorado answering the call over and over, and Smith puts it away.
We saw some great defense on both sides of the net. Watch this ball off the block. Riley Bushler flies under that ball, keeps it alive, and allowed their team to stay in that rally, although Colorado won it at the end.
Colorado answered back with every dig. Back to the middle, Mckibben on the mark. Wow, Muno expecting it. So the block gets it done for the Buffs.
And that's the first block for Colorado, and it was timely. Zana Muno, one arm stab to keep it alive for the Bruins.
Colorado fixed whatever wasn't feeling good to them in set number 1. Set 2, they're hitting .412. And a second block. Net violation called, though, on the Buffs.
Colorado making some good block moves, that time on their swing move, hit the bottom of the net. UCLA ball. But Colorado playing at a much higher level in this second set, hitting .412 compared to UCLA's .389.
Uh-oh. That ball heading over. Mckibben did all she could.
Ball pass too tight to the net, and that, again, is credited to Ryan Chandler. Good serving pressure from UCLA.
Bruins have built a 3-point lead. They took set number 1 decisively. A little bit off the tape. Simpson waits for it. Formico setting a ton of balls today. The block for Colorado's come alive.
Well, I mean, the last 3 or 4 times the ball's gone to the right side for UCLA, Colorado block has been very effective shutting UCLA down.
Strong defensive front court for Colorado with Smith, Abu, and Simpson. Gabby Carter-Samuel serving. All the way to the pin, and again, that block. Block is late, but the attack is wide. Buffalo point.
Colorado has made a great blocking adjustment. They know the ball's going heavy to the right side for UCLA. UCLA now needs to make the adjustment, start pushing it the other way.
And just like that, they do and get a kill.
That's why we play the game. You make the adjustments. Colorado's made the adjustments, and now UCLA going left side, and you see, because of the right side established attack, the middle blocker's late to slow Riley Bushler down.
Holly, in terms of those adjustments, typically is that the setter recognizing it, or are they calling it in from the sideline, or coaches cueing them in?
It's usually a combination, but right before that play, Mike Celia was telling his setter where he wanted to see the ball go. Gabi Simpson with her 4th kill.
A couple of years ago, we saw Simpson, actually last year, saying she didn't like her own game, put in extra work offensively, and made her attack even more powerful. Frager being quiet in this set. When she gets the ball, she crushes.
Hitting a perfect 1,007 kills on 7 swings for UCLA out of the middle.
Yeah, for Frager, 2 of those in this set. She had 5 kills in set number 1. Hayes, solo block by Muno.
How about Zana Muno, number 7 in white, the smallest blocker on the court, getting it done for UCLA.
Colorado taking a timeout. Bruins 3-point lead in set number 2.
Open arms, because as a coach, I expect them of myself to win championships.
Welcome back to the John Wooden Center. Colorado trailing UCLA. They dropped set number 1, played much stronger in set number 2 as we are halfway through this match, and Colorado has had a terrific season. They've got some big wins.
They certainly did, and that's really important in the big picture when we talk RPI. Win over Penn State, win over Illinois, win over UCLA, and a win over at Washington State. That will go a long way when it comes down to making the NCAA tournament, if they can maintain and get some good wins in the Pac-12.
Yeah, Colorado last year on the bubble got left out of the NCAA tournament. Some people said unjustly it was a heartbreaker for them, and so those wins early on over Penn State and Illinois were critical. They've also played Colorado State and did very well against Colorado State, picking up a win. They beat Long Beach State as well.
well-placed tip by Jordan Anderson. Jordan Anderson, when you think of Jordan, you don't think tipper, but she's made some really good decisions when she wasn't in a good position to swing right in the middle of the court.
Kylie Miller serving. Ace on the back line.
Backline ace from freshman setter Kylie Miller. She's come in and done a really good job for UCLA. Great beach player as well. Look at good pop on that jump serve. Has lots of movement and just drops right at the end. That one dropped a little too soon.
Sierra Simpson serving for Colorado. Her older sister Taylor played for Colorado. Of course, her younger sister Gabby also plays. There's even one younger sister who's still in high school. Felix running it.
I love the confidence by freshman setter Kylie Miller feeding Claire Felix. Getting her involved, running the middle when it's a little uncomfortable. Good decision right there.
Well, you mentioned the Chandler-Van Winden connection. When you don't have that kind of connection, you don't have a lot of time to get a connection going. What's most important?
Well, you find it. I mean, that's your job as a setter. You need to find a way to make your hitters successful, make them confident, put them in spots where they can score. That's your job as a setter.
True freshman setter, though, for Miller, and a senior for Felix, who's had to adjust to so many different setters during her career.
That's okay. That's her job to score.
I'm just trying to get the big picture, that's all. Munoz pass, and the vision of Anderson.
Jordan Anderson looking good from the right side. That's her 9th kill for UCLA on 11 swings.
Jordan Anderson had 15 kills in 3 sets versus Stanford. She didn't play in the first set. Had 15 kills versus Cal last weekend as well. She's on pace. Bushler looking strong.
And because UCLA's established their middles, they've been able to go fast out to the pins, and Riley Bushler and Jordan Anderson are scoring.
UCLA women's volleyball is proud to thank our courtside Bruins.
Colorado came out strong in set number 2, but have not been able to get the magic back that they had last time these two teams met.
Last time they matched up in Boulder, Colorado was able to get UCLA very uncomfortable. Put lots of pressure on the middles and able to score consistently on the Colorado side of the net.
Yeah, Colorado actually ended up taking Frager and Felix out at that point. Rogers and Gates went in, and the Buffs won that one. 4 Buffaloes recorded double-digit kills in that match.
And that's what you need, a balanced offense to beat such a strong defensive team like UCLA. You can't rely on 1 or 2 hitters. You need lots of players contributing.
Yeah, Shadley, Smith, Gabi Simpson, and Nageti Abu all or each had double-figure kills. So far, none of them do. UCLA has been passing nails and digging everything.
Well, Colorado's moving in the right direction. They're hitting .391 in this second set, even though they trail. Unfortunately for them, UCLA is hitting .429. The improvements there, .409 is a really good number for Colorado. You see there, I guess UCLA is down to .407. But either way, anything over 300 is a good hitting percentage, and Colorado has made some good improvement.
Door closed, set was tight.
If you're Colorado, you have to make UCLA's block move. Right now, Colorado's made the adjustment. They're going to shift Gabi Simpson to the right side to open things up offensively.
Simpson, swing off high hands. And now just a communication error for Colorado.
Well, finally Colorado picks up the tip, but they don't do anything with it. Nobody else is able to keep it alive. That was the setter right there. Mckibben keeping it alive for Colorado.
Into traffic, UCLA scores.
Beautiful set, good isolation. Gabi Simpson, only one blocker in front of her. That's a high percentage play for Colorado to score on.
And coming up at intermission, we're going to send you back to our Pac-12 Network studios for the Sports Report update. Things going well in Colorado in soccer, football, but also in cross country, a banner day. And other news around the Pac-12. UCLA continues to roll on, and as you said, Colorado made great adjustments in set number 2. They're playing very strong, but the Bruins have only increased their efficiency. Another dig. And Bushler, quick arm.
Fast ball creates holes in the block, and Riley Bushler is the beneficiary. That's her 6th kill. But Colorado's offense has improved, but their defense needs to improve. They had some nice blocks on the left side, but need to do a better ball job slowing down UCLA's offense.
Set point for the Bruins. And they end it with the aggressive serving as UCLA will go into the break up 2-0.
Good improvements, but I think Colorado needs to think about their defense.
UCLA takes down Colorado in the first 2 sets with great efficiency. The Bruins hitting .467. Anderson with 10 kills. Michael Seeley joining us now. Coach, defensively for your Bruins, what do you think has been the biggest contributor?
I think we're serving well, taking them where they're not running as many first ball middles maybe. I think defense is in the right spot. Our dig to trans is really, really good. I think our transition offense is probably our best thing right now.
Do you like the balance you guys are running offensively?
Yeah, both setters doing a really good job of not just going short way. Middles are open in a lot of scenarios, so all 3 hitters are open a lot.
Thanks so much for joining us, Coach. 12 kills out of the middle for UCLA today. The Bruins have been making the Buffaloes work. We'll see what adjustments the Buffs make for set number 3 coming up right after the break. Work to be done in the Buffaloes locker room. Bruins enjoying a 2-set lead.
You're watching.
Welcome back. Pac-12 volleyball presented by Tashi Kara inside the John Wooden Center. Colorado with a 2-0 lead. Or UCLA with a 2-0 lead over Colorado. Jesse Mahoney joining us now. And Coach, Colorado struggling to slow down UCLA's offense. What can you do differently in the 3rd set?
Well, we got to serve tougher. We got to get them out of system, and then we talked in the break about getting ahead of the play defensively. They're just having their way with us and running a fast offense, and we're a step behind.
Well, I felt like your offense definitely improved in the 2nd set. What specific defensive adjustments can you make?
Well, they've scored. They have 9 kills on tips, so we got to adjust to that, and we got to be stopped defensively and ready to move forward instead of chasing the way we have been.
Thanks so much for joining us, Coach.
Thank you.
9 kills on tips, he said, and the State Farm right combination highlights will also show you UCLA having tons of success out of the middle.
And that's something UCLA's really been focusing on, running their middle as often as they can. Claire Felix, the recipient of all these different sets in the middle and really making Colorado pay. Once you establish your middle, really opens things up on the outside, just putting so much pressure on the middle blocker opponent.
Yeah, Jenny Frager, 8 for 8 from the middle, a full 1,000 she is hitting, and that is something that was very different from the first meeting between these two teams when Colorado's middles couldn't get going at all.
Claire Felix hitting 500, Jenny Frager hitting 1,000, 12 kills between them and 3 blocks.
Yeah, and the story that really tells about their passing, their defense. But Coach Mahoney made a great point in terms of 9 kills on tips. That's very controllable.
Definitely. We'll see if they make that adjustment.
Set 3 getting underway. Must-win sets for Colorado as they start their LA road trip. Shadley, little tip. And a broken play, kind of half court, short court.
Jenny Frager swats it down, puts her team in a position to score.
Tori Van Winden's serve again into traffic. And a use of Zana Muno.
Zana Muno all over that, just needs to turn her hands in for UCLA instead of being used out of bounds.
Anna Pfefferly serving for Colorado. Pfefferly has been quiet offensively, just gotten 2 swings on the ball, no kills. Trouble pass. Abu, solo.
There's some service pressure from Colorado, and they're able to score. Nagedi Abu with the overpass kill.
Munoz pass on the money. They go back. Again to Bushler and Abu closing the block, patrolling the net. Fierce in the middle is Nagedi Abu, outside to Smith. And another dump, this time like a tip.
Heads up play by Ryan Chandler. I love it. Good time to do that. She's a lifelong setter, knows the right time. Well planned.
Muno not going to be used a second time. To the middle. Abu gets it going. Third set. Nagedi Abu is locked in.
Well, now Colorado's staying in the rally and then transitioning back at UCLA using their middle attack. Good adjustment so far early in this third set.
Gabi Simpson serving for Colorado. We'll see if the service pressure continues. Formico delivers the mail perfectly. Tip from Anderson is picked up. So Anderson goes back to what she knows.
Taylor Formico demanding to pass that free ball, puts it in her setter's hands, and then they can run the fastball out to the pin. Jordan Anderson, #1, with her 11th kill.
Anderson has had 15 kills apiece in each of her last 2 matches. Back, making the block travel. And Muno off the right hand of Nagedi Abu.
Well-placed tip by Zana Muno. Drop, short middle.
And so, Holly, now we've seen Ryan Chandler dump the ball. We've seen Anderson try a tip, not successfully. We've seen Muno tip successfully. Game plan for UCLA looks like it's the same because it's worked.
Right now, Colorado putting some pressure on UCLA, right back at them. But in terms of the tipping, I felt like the first real diggable tip, Colorado was able to keep alive.
Short angle, one of Anderson's signatures, picked up by Colorado. Tight. Muno just a little wide.
Good looking transition swing opportunity. Look at Jordan Anderson, the little cut shot, but Sierra Simpson, the libero for Colorado, keeps it alive.
She's read the scouting report. Anderson can go cutty and then even more cutty. Miller delivers outside to Anderson. Formico just waiting for that. Ball is wide and Simpson knew it.
Colorado there for the tip, so they've taken it away, forcing UCLA to use something else.
Claire Felix was going to set that ball. Formico, hand on hip. No, I'll take care of it. Back, no one there.
Don't know if Zana Muna was ready for that low quick tip. No blocker there, but she's able to make a good play for UCLA, and they win the point anyways.
Muno serving. Little short serve. Again, they're just consistently serving into traffic. Ball is out.
Short serve, kind of disrupting the offense of Colorado, but Colorado trying to run that middle. Nagedi Abu just misses that corner.
That stack on the right side's been consistent for Colorado, and UCLA serves into it again. Ball is out again. Colorado hitting less than 100 in this set.
Well, Colorado had the opportunity. I think they were looking for only one blocker in front of the hitter. They just didn't execute correctly.
Going a little shorter with each consecutive serve. That one never over. And Colorado hitting 0 in this set, still tied up at 7 apiece.
UCLA not hitting that much better either.
Trouble play. Van Winden giving plenty of room. Block is waiting for her, and Hayes and Pfefferly.
In credit Colorado, Sierra Simpson putting some good service pressure on UCLA, and they get an easy defensive play at the net for Colorado.
Anderson still at tipping. Outside. Van Winden unloads.
UCLA had 3 legitimate point scorers in scoring position, and the fastball out to the pin to Tori Van Winden does it. But whenever you have that situation, 3 good hitters available to you, I'll tell you, a setter's job gets to be pretty fun.
Outside. Van Winden behind. And what a dig from Gabi Simpson. Smith from the backcourt. Colorado a second huge dig in this rally. Van Winden again, and Colorado blocks him.
How about the defense from Colorado that time? Gabi Simpson on the first dig, and then there was a one-arm stab in there by Alexa Smith. There you see it, number 7 in black. And then the block to end it by Shadley for Colorado.
That's the kind of defense you can build a program on.
Colorado all of a sudden with some momentum. Last 3 plays have looked very strong, very aggressive, and up by 2 points in this third set.
2 points and a little bit of momentum for Colorado. Mckibben serve, again, takes the Bruins out of full-in system. And then a use off a block by Shadley, and all of a sudden Colorado holding all the cards.
One of the things I've noticed is the right side, or the left side defense, blocking the right side offense of UCLA has done a good job. They're blocking the line and digging that sharp angle and doing it very effectively.
Outside again, Shadley, second time, uses the block.
Block is not in a good rhythm in terms of timing, and Colorado able to score.
Colorado has put a run together. They lead by 4 in a must-win set number 3.
To in part by Infiniti, luxury cars that deliver inspired performance.
This Pac-12 women's volleyball game is presented by Tashikara. We've got the ball, you bring the game. And brought to you by State Farm, here to help life go right. It's happening in Los Angeles. Pac-12 volleyball presented by Tashi Kara, and it's going fast. Not that fast, but pretty fast. Let's talk about the RPI, Holly, because it's going to be that time of year where it matters, especially for somebody like Colorado.
It certainly is. Everybody's starting to think about the NCAA tournament and what it's going to take to get in. Pac-12 RPI, you see Washington at a comfortable 7, UCLA 10, Stanford at 12. You want to be in at least the top 40.
Right, and for Colorado, that's the magic number. They are at 40 right now. Colorado 40 in the RPI. And so for the Buffs, the wins against Penn State, Illinois, Colorado State, who's on the cusp, Long Beach State, who's on the cusp, and of course UCLA and Washington State are critical. What else do they need?
Any future wins against ranked opponents who have good wins as well. That helps their RPI.
They'll be facing USC next. Colorado has the Buffs, have never beaten USC. The Pac-12 has 7 schools in the top 30 RPI.
This time, UCLA outlasting Colorado in the long rally. I feel like Colorado's really keen on the right side attack, especially Tori Van Winden really trying to slow her down, which should open things up for Riley Bushler on the left side.
Out of the timeout, UCLA has put 2 consecutive points together. Simpson, perfect pass. Van Winden has a big block for Mckibben. Killer one-arm dig, and then goes the other way for a dig, but Shadley has been unstoppable. Stephanie Shadley, 9th kill.
Colorado doing a really good job blocking, especially Anna Pfefferly, number 4 in black. She's done a really good job slowing down the right side attack of UCLA.
Anna Pfefferly has been a part of 4 blocks for the Buffs. Off hands. And then Alexis Smith, Zanamuno gets a part of it. Bushler will get some help from the tape. Block not closed.
Colorado staying aggressive, up by 4 in this third set, trying to create some momentum and keep the pressure on UCLA.
Out of the timeout, UCLA 2 consecutive points, then the Buffs 2 consecutive points. Smith, Doug. Back again, there's a hole in the block. Ryan Chandler having to dig so many balls. Formico practically running the offense. Muno stab. And another. Muno and Formico putting on a clinic. Uh-oh.
That was fun to watch. Zana Muno, Taylor Formico fighting hard in the back row. Wow.
Taylor Formico unconscious on this rally.
Look at her run down the ball to keep it alive. And then to end it, actually she kept it alive on a second ball. Never say die.
That right hand of hers doing some serious work today.
Alexis Smith quick to the pin and tooling the block. Colorado looking sharp again, hitting only 182, but UCLA hitting .025. So Colorado in a better position in this third set.
Credit Colorado for having that mentality. The ball keeps coming up. Muno, Formico bringing it up. We have seen many a team be deflated by that UCLA defense, but not the Buffs.
Good adjustments in the locker rooms between set 2 and 3.
Middle, Abu.
And that's one of the things Nagedi Abu, number 14, brings. She's long and physical. That's her 4th kill, but the potential is there for her to really dominate a match if they can get her the ball a lot.
I mean, it was really incredible, the story of Nagedi Abu. She had only played 10 months of volleyball total before she arrived at Colorado. She showed up late in the recruiting process for former head coach Liz Kritza.
And then she had to compete in the Pac-12 right away with some of the best players in the country.
Yeah, with the first half of the Pac-12 season done, Nagedi Abu and Colorado can be novices no more. They have really responded in this third set. Outside. Hayes been waiting for it.
We haven't called Jocelyn Hayes' number. That's only her 4th kill. But beautiful set, fast out to the pin. And UCLA is not able to close the block on the right side or on Colorado's left side.
Jocelyn Hayes, co-captain with Sierra Simpson. And Abu and Hayes.
Woo! Way over the net. Beautiful hand penetration by Nagedi Abu. And that's one of the areas where Jessie Mahoney said she really improved is her blocking, her eye work.
Back again. Perfect placement from Claire Felix.
Very smart, well-placed shot. 5th kill on 12 attempts is number 8 in white, Claire Felix.
It's getting a little bit late in set number 3, a 4-point lead as Colorado has kept the distance.
Claire Felix from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and a bunch of those girls in black jerseys from Colorado Springs as well. I bet they all grew up playing against each other.
Down goes Jocelyn Hayes.
Colorado passing the ball well, able to run the quick ball out to the antenna. Claire Felix is not getting out there. 1-on-1, Colorado is winning that battle.
Sierra Simpson serving. Tough serve, put plenty of pressure on, out of system, Van Winden. Was it over? The officials are saying yes. Back again, and Hayes has the Midas touch.
Colorado forcing UCLA to call a timeout. Colorado hitting .229 in this set compared to .065 for UCLA.
UCLA enjoying the talent of their freshmen, including Tori Van Winden, who we mentioned earlier, consecutive Pac-12 honors.
Pac-12 Freshman of the Week for her performance last week and the 2 wins versus Stanford and Cal. In the week prior to that, UCLA was in Oregon against Oregon and Oregon State, and Tori Van Winden was the Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Week, not just freshman. She's been consistently awesome for UCLA, number 5 in white today.
Yeah, a lot of contributions for UCLA from freshmen, including Savvy Simo as well as Tori Van Winden, and of course Kylie Miller, a true freshman as well. Take a look at the other honors around the conference this week. Oregon having another great week.
Lindsay Vanderweide really turning it around offensively. Had a great weekend in Utah and Colorado. And then Lauren Page, the middle blocker. She's so quick and does a great job defensively with 12 blocks.
You mentioned turning it around because the week before, Oregon lost to both the LA schools in Oregon in their home court, UCLA and USC. Taking them down and taking a look at set 3 only. Colorado on the net has been just closing it up.
Colorado had 0 blocks in the first set. They had 4 blocks already in this third set, and it's still 2014. It's early.
Van Winden comes out of the break with a kill. Plenty of work for UCLA to do.
10th kill, finding the corner. UCLA going to see if they can make a run and get this third set.
Colorado, a very dangerous team. And Felix closes it up for 2 consecutive points by the Bruins.
But Taylor Formica, tough serve, able to get a little tweak in the pass. The big UCLA block is able to camp out and do what they do best.
First block of this set for UCLA. Back. That ball out.
Riley Bushler all over that ball for UCLA, just could not turn it back. into the court. Colorado scores.
Mckibben serving. Uh-oh. Oh, that is just brutal when that comes to you.
That was just weird all the way around. First of all, the pass went over and the middle blocker wasn't ready.
You don't expect Formico to do that, no.
No, you don't expect her to do that, and then just a unfortunate play for Pfefferly.
Yeah, and that's aggravating. You see a missed opportunity if you're that middle blocker. 4-point lead for the Buffs. Tough serve from Chandler. And set was mangled a bit by Frager.
But I love the dig by Taylor Formico. If you're Jenny Frager and you're 6'5", you just hit anywhere near the net, you just go up and hit it.
And also the block over there. Simpson having a lot of success through a hole in the block. The block closed on this side. Frager and Van Winden.
Little tiny tweaks in the first contact for Colorado are making the offense predictable on the Colorado side, and then UCLA able to put their block in a good spot.
Van Winden subs out as the rotation comes along at 6'3", and Muno comes in. They go.
There's a good pass, fastball out to the pin. Alexa Smith scores with her 11th kill.
Yeah, with Smith not having the long Van Winden in front of her, having Muno. Still a very good blocker, but not the length that Van Winden has. To the middle. That comes with confidence that you talked about. Back again. Chasing it down. Abu puts it down, and Colorado is at set point.
Colorado making UCLA work defensively and then able to transition through Nagedi Abu in the middle, making things happen.
Chandler goes to Frager.
Ryan Chandler so confident in Jenny Frager. Jenny Frager's got a long arm span, big offensive window to set to.
It remains Colorado set point. The traffic is on the left side of the court now for Colorado. Bushler going to serve towards that. And Simpson has had plenty of success. Colorado takes set number 3.
Good adjustments by Colorado. They stuck to their game plan, and they really turned the tables on UCLA in that third set.
Gabi Simpson having success. 3 kills from the right side. Closes out set number 3. We'll go to set 4 in the Wooden Center next.
Want to take a long cut?
On business. This is the Microsoft Cloud.
Scary sight here inside the John Wooden Center. Some fans been hanging around a long time. Set number 4 underway, or about to get underway. Some Colorado fans living there at the back watching, and Nagedi Abu 3 kills in set number 3.
Nagedi Abu was one of the beneficiaries of the adjustments that Colorado made in the locker room. She's very physical, but they were able to get her going because the first contact was good, and they were able to get UCLA out of system, which made her blocking more effective. So everything going right for Nagedi Abu in that third set.
The other thing that Jesse Mahoney talked to us about was that Colorado had let 9 tips become kills for them. How did they make that adjustment as you look at the numbers?
They were not on their heels, like he said, and they started to make things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. And whenever you have that mindset, you usually play a much higher level of volleyball. You see the improvements UCLA for the match hitting a higher percentage, but Colorado out-hit UCLA in that third set, 213 to .098. Let's see if they can maintain that level in this fourth set.
The service pressure, too, also evident as Colorado served UCLA very tough.
Definitely much more pressure from the service line for Colorado in that third set.
Plenty on the line here today. UCLA with a win would move into a tie with Washington for first place in the Pac-12. Colorado with a win would strengthen their argument for the NCAA tournament. Pfefferly, nice second play on the ball, but laying in wait is Tori Van Linden.
When the UCLA block is set up in a good spot, they are solid, especially Tori Van Winden and Jenny Frager on the last play.
Shadley, perfect pass. Tied up at 1 apiece in set number 4 for Colorado in order to come back and take set 4. What do you think they need to build upon, including what they did in set 3? But what's the next step for Colorado?
Just keeping their foot on the gas. If they can play the way they did in that third set, good things will happen.
Running in the middle from anywhere. Chandler has confidence in Frager always.
Jenny Frager with her 11th kill on 17 swings, 0 errors. They have not been able to slow her down.
Back. And they haven't really been able to slow Gabi Simpson down either.
High and hard. She's got such good offensive range at 6'3", the left-hand hitter.
As a blocker, do you kind of cheat this way then?
I don't think so, because Colorado's been going fast to the left pin and scoring there, well, at least in the last set. That's the first time Colorado's been able to stop Jenny Frager in the middle, and they put a second blocker in there to help.
Service error, and UCLA has Riley Bushler on the line. Shadley's pass, Simpson delivers outside to Hayes. Great pickup by Smith. And Smith just has her head about her, changes that up.
Good off-speed shot, gets to the ground early. Riley Bushler needs to get under that ball and pick it up.
Muno passes. Anderson takes a good swing, but Smith with the dig, and Shadley puts it away.
Right now, defense on the Colorado side of the net able to turn their digs into points.
Back to Muno, looking for the back line. She's 2 inches too long.
Colorado continuing on that momentum run that they had in the third set. Tough serving, good, solid defense.
Little tip. Back. Anderson got all of that one.
Jordan Anderson way up over the net, pressing her hands back into the court for the big UCLA block.
Miller served to Shadley. Takes the middle out of it, a bench. Big dig off of Felix's attack. Anderson waiting for it. It's low and off.
Mckibben looking for it and ready to swat it down. The rhythm here, Jordan Anderson on the way down when she makes contact. Little too early on her approach.
Simpson serve again to Muno. Outside, Anderson. One arm dig. Here's the opportunity for Colorado to run their middle. Double contact called on Frailer's handset.
Little bit tight on that call, but Taylor Formica, a very confident hand setter. She steps in and very confident pushing that ball around the court.
Muno, off hands. Simpson to Shadley. Claire Felix pulls out the pause. And Anderson makes Hayes take it home with her.
Coach Michael Seeley doesn't like the hands on the Colorado side of the net, especially after they just called Taylor Formica. That time, Jordan Anderson able to hammer it through the block for UCLA.
Just one blocker there, and Hayes waiting for it.
Sometimes it's good to be in the right spot at the right time. The easy throwdown for Hayes. Just standing and watching, and then gets a slam dunk throwdown.
Hayes is such a gutsy, emotional player. Like, it's all right there on her sleeve for you to see. From the backcourt, Smith unloads.
I'll tell you one thing, tips are not dropping. Colorado's picking them up and then running them right back at UCLA. That's been a huge adjustment.
Colorado has announced themselves at the John Wooden Center. They're in control in set 4. After dropping the first 2 sets to UCLA, Colorado in the last 2 has been in control. And Holly, this has been the story of this CU team.
Yeah, just inconsistent, really good at times and then struggling at other times. And you see a loss, a win, a loss, a win, a loss. You know, in the Pac-12, you want to try and piece together 2 wins, like, for example, UCLA, and then you have SC this weekend. Important to get 2 W's if you really want to make a case for yourself.
Van Winden, Doug, Smith to the backcourt. And Holly, to your point on that, they lost to Cal, who didn't have a win at that point, then beat Washington State, who didn't have a loss at that point.
Correct. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, and you have to keep the level the same and not look across the net and change the way you're playing. You need to dictate the level of play.
Shadley, dug by Formico. And Anderson makes a swipe off the hands.
Good heads-up play. Jordan Anderson got her feet to the ball, jumped higher than anybody else, made a great tool of the block.
Jesse Mahoney, the head coach of Colorado, just as frustrated as anybody else in Colorado in terms of the inconsistency with their play. He's very thrilled with the way that Colorado started, the way they came out and defended against Penn State and Illinois, played very well at that tournament. But Jesse Mahoney wants to see this team recognized for the great team that he thinks that they are. Felix with authority.
Perfect pass. UCLA going back to what has worked all night long. Claire Felix one-on-one with a big kill. But Colorado still leads 12-7 in this 4th set. UCLA up 2-1.
Trouble pass. Mckibben goes to Smith, and Smith makes it work.
I've been impressed with Alexa Smith. She sits in the seam, digs hard balls, hits out of the back row. She's been solid for Colorado on the left side.
Yeah, she has been an incredible pickup for Jessie Mahoney. Alexa Smith, new to the program this year. Transfer from Purdue. The timing was just right. She wanted to leave Purdue. Mahoney got the job in Colorado. Deep, and a boo, and Simpson.
How about the pressure at the net? Nagedi Abu and Gabi Simpson way over the net. Riley Bushler trying to go high hands.
Beautiful delivery all the way out back to Van Winden. And the block solid.
There, Tori Van Winden returns the favor for UCLA. Down by 6. Can UCLA turn it around?
Savissimo. Serving back to Mckibben. Gabi Simpson had tons of success. And manages to close it out with the block.
Right now, UCLA not scoring on the left side when Gabi Simpson's right front doing a good job defensively at the net.
Colorado 2 blocks through the first 2 sets, and they now have 10 blocks in the last set and a half.
Some big adjustments. I feel like they've really done a good job getting UCLA in predictable offensive situations, and that starts with tough serving.
And for UCLA, Holly, what can the Bruins do now to stop this roll? I mean, the wheels are coming off.
Well, I mean, you have to give Colorado credit. They made the adjustment in the locker room, and they've come out with nothing to lose, put all the pressure on UCLA. UCLA needs to respond.
Outside. And unforced errors starting to add up. That time a net violation. Colorado is rolling. Michael Sealy got to take a timeout and stop the bus.
Yeah, you need to. Colorado's got momentum on their side and just rolling in this 4th set when it looked like it was all about UCLA in the first 2 sets.
Pac-12, an awfully tough place to play. Top 25 ABC rankings, and USC tied for 24th.
USC is physical, but they've been inconsistent. And then Utah, led by Adora Anai, 21. Oregon at 20, same thing, looking for consistency. Washington State started out hot, little bit of a slide. Stanford, huge win over Washington Wednesday night. And number 12, UCLA, you see them battling right now against Colorado. And then Washington at 7 will probably drop in the rankings a little bit after the Wednesday loss to Stanford.
Taking a look at the news and notes, you mentioned it, the Cardinals swept the Huskies a Wednesday. The Huskies have only lost twice this season in Pac-12, and 2 of those have been to the Stanford Cardinal.
And the other one to Washington State in Seattle. With 7 Pac-12 teams ranked, second most of any conference. Big Ten has 8 and probably has the 3 of the top 5 teams in the country in their conference.
Yeah, they have been incredible, and they're battling out there. Penn State playing Wisconsin and Minnesota right now, and then USC and Utah later tonight. That's going to be another incredible one. Utah's been an incredibly tough team, and these mountain schools can come out to the beach and give a very hard time to these ranked opponents. Simpson back to Hayes. Off hands. Frager gets gets the better of that one. UCLA trailing by 7.
Feel like the first couple sets we probably saw 3 or 4 tips from Jordan Anderson, but lately there have been too many in my mind. I think she's best when she swings aggressive. Now, substitution in the middle. Madeleine Gates, number 16 in white for UCLA.
To the middle, and Abu takes a rock-solid swing.
Colorado's passing the ball well enough to run that middle. Nagedi Abu gets her 6th kill.
Simpson serves Muno. Anderson goes back to what works.
I like that. Good aggressive swing, stay behind the ball, use the arm that you've been given. You see the rhythm. She's making contact at the height of her jump.
Hayes, shut down by Anderson.
And sometimes when your offense gets back on track, so does your defense. You see a big kill and then a big solo block for Jordan Anderson, number 1 in white.
Jordan Anderson, a senior for this Bruin team's 2nd year with the program. She transferred from West Virginia. Wow, Shadley, so smooth.
Good clean angle by Stephanie Shadley. Gets her 12th kill for Colorado.
Double-double for Stephanie Shadley, 12 kills, 13 digs. Smith, 16 kills, 12 digs. Those are outsides holding it down. And more unforced errors for the Bruins as the Buffs hit the 20-point mark.
Big block in front of Tori Van Winden, and trying to avoid them, she goes wide. This is a good blocking formation for Colorado.
Mckibben. And Smith just finds any hole in the block. Again, Mckibben goes to the back court. She had all her options available. Colorado on their heels. Comes back, tips the ball.
Unbelievable. And Stephanie Shadley specifically has been using that shot a lot for Colorado, right over the block.
Van Winden off the block.
That's how you deal with the big block. High off the hands. Good attack by Tori Van Winden. Gets her 11th kill for UCLA.
Broken play. Free ball to the Buffs. Mckibben, options available, chooses Pfefferly. Another free ball. Uh-oh. Bushler.
Back row setter can't go up and get that ball above the net.
To the middle again to Pfefferly. Bushler off hands, and UCLA attempting to chip away at a massive Buff lead.
Bruin hitters talking to each other about how to work against that big block. High hands is working the last couple swings.
This time Colorado takes the timeout. They've had a lot of success defensively in this match, Holly, patrolling the net.
They certainly have. Well, after 0 blocks in the first set, what an adjustment. Using their length at the net. Colorado putting a lot of pressure, anchored by Nagedi Abu in the middle. Anna Pfefferly as well, getting it done. And Gabi Simpson on the right side puts up a mean block for Colorado.
10 blocks for the Buffs. You mentioned Nagedi Abu, part of 6 of those. And 6 kills as well.
And hitting .444, that is a nice percentage. You want to get any hitter who's hitting those type of numbers the ball as often as possible.
Mckibben and Colorado beat UCLA in Boulder October 2nd of this year. Really got a lot of attention around the conference and the country. Can they do it again in Westwood? Colorado not a top 25 team right now, looking to work their way back into it. And they have Stanford next weekend, so they have 3 ranked opponents in a row: UCLA, USC, and then Stanford.
Hitting percentages dropped significantly for the Bruins, who were hot the first 2 sets. Dropped by 300 points plus.
Outside again. And a free ball to the Bruins. Ryan Miller clears the air.
Bruins fighting hard, trying to claw back in this 4th set. Hitting only .054 compared to Colorado's .229.
I love that. 2 players coming in to dig the ball. Ryan Miller, move. Puts people out of the way so she can set the ball. Mckibben goes to Shadley. Everybody knows it, and Shadley still puts it away.
I've been really impressed with Stephanie Shadley. She's a junior from Texas, but Coach Jesse Mahoney talks about how much fun she is to watch, and you see it on her face. She is working hard.
She had 12 kills versus UCLA last time. She's already at 14 today. Beautiful delivery. Van Winden dug by Shadley. Bushler chopping as hard as she can. On the run. Mckibben delivers a quick ball outside to the corner, and Shadley just lost her space. Thought that one was out.
That's when the beach volleyball background comes into play. The deep corner shot by Riley Bushler, knowing nobody's back there to end that long rally for UCLA.
Bushler, part of UCLA's beach team. Stein Metzger, the head coach of that program, here as well, was walking around the gym earlier. Back, Simpson, shut down. Bushler, first the beach corner shot, then the block.
Riley Bushler fired up, and Jenny Frager on the last UCLA block. Down by 4, can they make a comeback? Tough when you're missing your serve.
We always talk about that balance of serving tough, when to go for it, when not. It's awfully late in this set to have an error. Carter Samuels going to Frager. Chandler comfortable with Frager endlessly. But again, it's the block of the Buffs.
I'll tell you, UCLA is going to need to make a lot of adjustments. Colorado said, we're not letting tips drop anymore. UCLA is starting to let tips drop. All sorts of funky, broken plays. Feel like UCLA might have relaxed.
Set point for Colorado. Bushler says, not so fast. Set point number 2 for Colorado, pushing it. They're trying to a 5th and deciding set after starting off down 0-2. Simpson, exclamation point. We're going to 5 sets in Westwood.
Wow, what a turnaround for Colorado. UCLA dominated the first two. Colorado dominated 3 and 4.
It all comes down to 15 points. Who adjusts the quickest? Fifth set in Westwood next.
Our discoveries are leading to better ways to care for athletes and get them back in the game.
Welcome back, Pac-12 Volleyball, presented by Tashi Kara. Holly McPeak, what is happening? 2 down, 0-2. Colorado answered back fiercely.
I wish I know what happened, because what a turnaround. Colorado was dominated the first 2 sets by UCLA, and whatever Jesse Mahoney said in the locker room to Colorado turned everything around, and the tables shifted. I mean, Colorado did everything right, and I felt like UCLA was passive, waiting for things to happen. Stephanie Shadley was awesome on the left side. Good aggressive swing, using the block, scoring on the outside when Colorado needed big points. She had 14 kills on 34 swings through 4 sets.
You know, Jesse Mahoney told us that he told his team, don't let the tips drop. He didn't tell us everything he said. There's something else that man said to this team. I'll get them all fired up.
It's a secret.
We'll have to find out afterwards. Colorado has been doing this all year long. Just when you think you can figure out the buffs, something shifts within them, and they have been digging every ball, blocking like champions. This is the toughest blocking conference in the nation.
Yes, and this level, especially in a conference like the Pac-12, both teams have players who can score and play at a high level. It's who's going to compete and execute the game plan when the pressure's on.
Take a look at the numbers from set number 4. Looks a lot like set 3.
Colorado dominated.
All right, so fifth set, different. You approach it differently, Holly. If it's only to 15 points, how do you approach it a little bit differently?
Well, you clean up the errors and you get a focused game plan and take care of business.
Both teams playing crisp to start this fifth set. Smith. And in the end, it's off the block. Colorado, first point.
At the end of that rally, Gabi Simpson, 13 in black, yelled at Stephanie Shadley and said, that was awesome, you were great defensively. She kept her team in that rally, and they're able to win that first point.
Colorado has been playing with a chip on their shoulder. They got left out of the NCAA tournament last year. They don't feel like they should have. They need to kind of stockpile some more top 25 wins, and they can smell it here tonight.
Absolutely. Everybody knows Colorado's tough in Boulder, but they want to prove that they can win against a ranked team on the road, and this is an opportunity. Here we are in this fifth set, all tied up.
Yeah, up until the Washington State match, October 14th, Colorado had not won on the road, or at least won a conference match on the road.
Colorado passing the ball well, going back to what's been working the third and fourth set. Nagedi Abu with her 6th kill.
Gabi Simpson's serve has the Bruins in trouble. And the block as Haley Lawless comes into the fifth set and meets the Buffalo block.
UCLA trying to spark some offense out of system. Haley Lawless has a huge block in front of her.
Frager gets it done.
Colorado made the adjustment, had 2 blockers in front of Frager, just did not penetrate the net and finish off that block.
Michael Seeley is looking to see who's going to give him what he needs. Some effective offense, some solid blocking. Anderson is outside. She loves the cutting. She'll deliver it with 2 hands.
Wow. The overhand set kill, not easy at this level to get to drop.
solo block. You saw Anderson just light up when it was coming her way.
Jordan Anderson doing a good job, even when she's by herself. Look at her press over the net. Solo block, beautiful execution. Haley Lawless provides some size on the right side for Zana Muno in the front row.
The tip does fall.
One of the few that has fallen in the last couple sets, and Jesse Mahoney looking at his team, calling a timeout, not happy about the tip falling.
Yeah, and may want to also discuss Lawless and the size on that side and how to handle it. We'll find out.
Go Utes.
Tomorrow, let's talk about some football. Arizona State versus Oregon, 1 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Mountain time. Will the Ducks prove to be too mighty for the Sun Devils? Watch our pregame show on Pac-12 Network or watch on the Pac-12 Now app. The coverage begins Saturday at 1. But of course, we know you're going to go to bed late tonight because you got this match going on, and then across town, Utah and USC will be a really interesting match as well. Utah number 21, USC 24. And there's the size of Haley Lawless out of the break.
Haley Lawless has been battling lots of injuries for UCLA, but she's got the size, big physical player who can play left or right for UCLA. And right now, big block on the right side.
To the middle they go. Abu gets the touch.
High off the hands, Colorado.
Alexa Smith, backcourt now as she serves. She's, of course, a viable backcourt attacker as well. To the middle, anywhere, anytime.
Colorado's made the adjustment. 2 blockers in front of Frager, but Frager's so long. Got good offensive range, finding the corner that's open.
Frager rotates out. Claire Felix comes back up. They get just a little bit bigger even in the middle, from 6'5" to 6'6". Felix. Off hands. Anderson going for that 2-hand cut again. Lawless puts up a very settable ball. And the Midas touch from Anderson.
Big out-of-system swing by Jordan Anderson. I liked it. Aggressive, high off the hands for UCLA.
Side switch at 8 points could not have come at a better time for Colorado. Almost like a timeout.
Jesse Mahoney telling his team right now, let's do it. Time is of the essence, especially when you're in the 5th set.
Kylie Miller serving. Pass is good from Smith. Hayes. Uh-oh. Ball never over. They're calling it 4 contacts against the Buffs. And now the official's going to have a conversation.
I believe the ball was touched by the block, and this will be a replay.
The up official saw one thing. The down official wants to let him know what he saw. And the call will remain to Colorado. Michael Seeley arguing.
It's interesting. I think the umpire needs to step up and make that call. The play is happening right in front of him.
Yeah, Robert Okamura having that conversation with Michael Seeley. Ron Stahl, the up official. Van Winden's pass is perfect. Lawless. Doing the work on the block. And 4 contacts on the Buffalo side this time. How hard is the job of Haley Lawless, by the way? She just rotated out. That's nerve-wracking.
It is nerve-wracking, but, you know, she's had to play that role her whole career because she's battled injuries. I thought she came in and did a really good job. Took some big swings, put up a big block for UCLA.
Yeah, got one swing on the ball in that time. But blocking, I mean, she hasn't had a swing in a while. That was brilliant by her, and it had a nice dig as well.
2 Bruins down. Everyone's okay. That's the good news.
Mckibben in as Hayes rotates out. 3-point lead for UCLA in set number 5. The Buffaloes have fought back, controlling sets 3 and 4. Tight and quick. Van Winden shut down Pfefferly and Simpson.
Good transition set. The block well formed, waiting for Tori Van Winden. Pfefferly and Gabi Simpson, huge for Colorado.
Gabi Simpson, heartbeat of this team right now. Plenty of energy, talking to each player, making eye contact. Tight. Mckibben sets the first ball. Simpson's a lefty, took a solid swing. Smith from the backcourt, no block. Through the hands go the Bruins.
Colorado trying to make it a long night for Tori Van Winden. I feel like they're really keen on her, feeling like if they can slow her down, they can beat the Bruins. That time, big swing to put them up 10-7.
Van Winden has taken 45 swings on the ball. Solid snap from Shadley, dug. And another put away from Bushler.
And how about the bump set from Tori Van Winden across the court to Bushler, who gets the kill for UCLA.
4 Bruins with double-figure kills. Van Winden, Bushler, Frager, and Anderson. And things are thrilling here right now. We'll take a look around the conference. Stanford took care of business with Washington State, sending the Washingtons home with losses. Tied up 1 apiece, Oregon State and Arizona State. And Oregon up against Arizona.
Never a dull night, the Pac-12, that's for sure. But Stanford, definitely the hot weekend for them, sweeping both Washington and Washington State.
Of course, when we're done here, we're going to send you across town to watch the Trojans host the Utes. They're in set 1. Trojans with an early 8-5 lead. That's a top 25 matchup across town.
Jesse Mahoney trying to get his team focused, grinding defensively, really focused on what they need to do to win this match.
Lot on the line here for these 2 teams. For UCLA, a win tonight puts them in a tie for first place in the Pac-12. For Colorado, a win tonight helps strengthen their postseason resume. They have big wins already this year against Washington State, Penn State, Illinois, UCLA, Colorado State, and Long Beach also quality wins. But nothing is going to make the Buffs feel solid until they really get in that NCAA tournament.
Good pass from Colorado again. The fastball out to the pin leaves the middle blockers for UCLA stuck in the middle in an isolated one-on-one situation, which Colorado's winning.
Shadley serving. Muno on the money. Bushler taking care of business at the net. And down the line, Riley Bushler gets it done.
I feel like the defense right now is what's driving UCLA. That is the difference maker. Balls aren't dropping, the effort's being made, and UCLA's turning the digs into kills. Dig to transition ratio has really improved in this set.
Ryan Chandler, plenty of traffic on the Buff side. She serves right into it. Outside. And Smith not going to go away.
Beautiful kill on the left side, high off the block. Alexa Smith with her 18th kill. She has been fantastic on the left side.
Somebody say block. Well, Nagedi Abu's back up front for Colorado. She's been a part of 8 of the Buffs' 13 blocks. Beautiful hands by Chandler, setting Van Linden.
That's just a good, smart volleyball adjustment by Tori Van Winden. There's a huge, well-formed block, taking her line. They've been digging her sharp angle. She tries something new, and it works.
To the middle, Abu. And Abu again. Nagedi Abu will not go away. The block, Frager and Bushler puts UCLA at match point.
Oh my gosh, one-arm stabs, a block, a save. Pretty impressive defense. Tori Van Winden forgot she was serving. She was having so much fun.
Match point for the Bruins. Back, Simpson. And to the middle, Frager and Chandler been doing it all night long. Chandler, outside, Bushler takes a big swing, knuckle dig by Formico. Chandler been up and down, goes to Frager over and over.
Are you kidding me? That was the rally of the match. So much effort, so much heart right there. Impressive by UCLA to turn it around in that 5th set when Colorado was the hot team.
29 swings from Jenny Frager out of the middle. 16 kills when it came down to it. Ryan Chandler wanted to go to the same person she's been playing with since she was 12 years old. Frager hit 517 out of the middle, and UCLA fought off a torrential storm from Colorado to protect home court. For my partner Holly McPeak and our fantastic Pac-12 crew, I'm Anne-Marie Anderson saying so long from Westwood. Let's send you across town, UCLA and Utah right now.
I want to welcome those of you that have just watched UCLA win